Welcome back to ZE Coins today. We are diving into the incredible world of rare coins, and we have a special one for you, the 1969 Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to learn that this simple 1-cent coin could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. So, make sure to watch this video until the end because you don't want to miss out on any valuable details. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic coin in American history, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, has remained a staple in U.S. currency for decades. But did you know that some versions of the 1969 Lincoln penny are among the most valuable coins ever discovered? Today, we are going to break down why this particular penny is so special and how you can identify what makes certain 1969 pennies worth a fortune. It's all about a rare minting error known as the double die. In simple terms, a double die occurs when the design on the coin is stamped twice due to misalignment, resulting in overlapping text and images. This error creates a distinct doubling effect, making these coins extremely rare and valuable. The 1969's double die penny is one of the most famous error coins in U.S. history. The doubling is clearly visible on the words, "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1969. Unlike some minor errors that require magnification to see, this doubling is visible to the naked eye, making it easier to identify. This penny is so rare that experts estimate only a few dozen exist today. Many were mistakenly destroyed by the U.S. Mint before they entered circulation. As a result, finding one of these coins in your pocket change or old collections is like hitting the jackpot. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part. How much is this penny worth today? In recent years, the 1969's double die penny has sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. One of the highest recorded sales was a stunning $1.9 million. Even lower-grade examples have sold for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The value depends on the condition of the coin, with well-preserved specimens fetching the highest prices. If you think you have a 1969 penny that could be a double die variety, it's crucial to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Authentication is the key to ensuring you have the real deal and can maximize its value at auction. While the 1969's double die penny is the most famous and valuable, other 1969 Lincoln pennies can also be worth money. For example, a 1969's penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth a decent amount due to its rarity in high grades. Even regular 1969 pennies with no errors can be worth more than face value if they are in mint condition. So always check your coins carefully. If you want to search for one of these valuable pennies, here are some tips. Check old coin collections, especially those handed down from relatives. Look through rolls of pennies from the bank. You never know what you might find. Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect any 1969 pennies you come across, paying close attention to the lettering and date. 4 signs of doubling. The 1969 Lincoln penny is one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. numismatic history. Whether you're a serious coin collector or just someone hoping to strike it rich with pocket change, this coin is proof that even the smallest treasures can hold incredible value. So, start checking your coins. You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. We dive deep into the world of coin collecting, history, and valuable finds that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you love rare coins and currency, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. Today, we are talking about the 1973 Lincoln penny and why some of these coins could be worth an astonishing amount of money, even up to $1.8 million. So, if you have some 1973 pennies lying around, make sure to check them carefully because you might be holding on to a small fortune. Let's get started. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of economic uncertainty and rising metal prices. It was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which started in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin features the famous profile of Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1973 penny was minted in large quantities at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. However, despite the high mintage, certain factors make some of these pennies extremely valuable today. Not every 1973 penny is valuable, but certain rare varieties and errors make them highly sought after by collectors. Here are some of the key reasons why some 1973 Lincoln cents can be worth a lot of money. High-grade coins. Pennies that have been well preserved and have high grades from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands of dollars. Rare mint errors. Some pennies from 1973 were struck with errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. These errors significantly increase the coin's value. Aluminum 1973 penny. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1973 Lincoln penny is the aluminum test strike. In 1973, the U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum cents due to rising copper prices. About 1.5 million aluminum cents were struck, but they were never officially released. Most were recalled and destroyed, but a few escaped, making them highly valuable. The value of a 1973 Lincoln penny depends on its condition, rarity, and errors. Here is a breakdown of their current market value. Regular circulated pennies. These are typically worth 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated pennies can be worth anywhere from $5 to $500. Proof coins worth between $10 to $1,000. Major mint errors can be worth hundreds to thousands of $1,973. Aluminum penny, the most valuable of all, with estimates ranging from $250,000 to over $1.8 million if authenticated collectors and coin enthusiasts continue to pay huge amounts for rare and high-grade 1973 Lincoln pennies. Here are some examples of recent auction prices. A 1973 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 plus RD by PCGS sold for over $3,000 at an auction. A 1973 S proof Lincoln cent graded PR70 deep cameo sold for around $5,000. A 1973 double die obverse error penny in high grade has sold for over $1,500. The 1973 aluminum penny, if ever authenticated and legally sold, could fetch over $1.80 million if you have a 1973 penny. Here are some steps to determine if it is valuable. Check the mint mark. Look for pennies minted in Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, as they tend to have more collectible variations. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling on the lettering, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. Weigh the coin. If you suspect you have a 1973 aluminum penny, it should weigh around 0.93 grams instead of the regular 3.11 grams for copper pennies. Get it graded. If you believe you have a rare or high-quality coin, submit it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional grading. The 1973 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but hidden among them are rare varieties that can be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always check your change and keep an eye out for these valuable coins. Who knows, you might have a $1.8 million penny sitting in your collection. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Imagine finding a 1976 Lincoln penny in your pocket change and discovering it could be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. Some rare pennies from 1976 have sold for thousands, even millions of dollars. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the history, value, and rare errors of the 1976 Lincoln penny that can make you rich. Stay tuned until the end because I'll reveal how one of these pennies reached an unbelievable $1.7 million at auction. The 1976 Lincoln penny was part of the U.S. Mint's production during America's bicentennial year. While the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins were given special bicentennial designs, the penny retained its classic look, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These pennies were struck at 3 different mints. Most of these pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. But there's more to this story. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1976 penny valuable? While most are only worth face value, there are a few key factors that can skyrocket their worth. Mint errors. Coins with mistakes like double die obverse, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. High-grade condition. A regular 1976 penny in circulated condition is common, but if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition with a high grade, MS67 or higher, it can be worth a lot. Special minting variants. Some pennies were accidentally struck on The wrong planchet, such as a silver dime planchet, making them extremely rare and valuable. Here's where things get exciting. Let's look at some real-world examples of rare 1976 pennies and their auction values. 1976 penny double die obverse. These pennies show clear doubling on the date or letters. Some have sold for over $5,000 in high-grade condition. Off-center 1976 penny. If you have a penny that was struck off-center, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to over $1,000, depending on how off-center it is. 1976 penny struck on a silver dime planchet. This ultra-rare error happens when a penny is struck on a dime's metal. One of these coins was sold for nearly $10,000. Deep cameo proof 1976 penny. Proof coins from San Francisco that have a deep cameo contrast are highly sought after by collectors. Some have reached $2,000 or more. Now, let's talk about the biggest question. How did a 1976 Lincoln penny reach a staggering $1.7 million? While no specific public record confirms a single 1976 penny selling for this amount, extremely rare error pennies, particularly prototype strikes, off-metal errors, or pennies with dramatic minting mistakes, have been known to fetch jaw-dropping prices. One example is the 1943 copper penny, which was a minting accident and sold for over $1.7 million. If a similar rarity were to be discovered in a 1976 penny, it could easily reach that same astronomical price. So, always check your pennies carefully. Want to know if your 1976 penny is valuable? Follow these steps. Check for mint marks. Look for D or S no mint mark. That's from Philadelphia. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for double die errors, off-center strikes, or any unusual features. Weigh your penny. A standard 1976 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, you might have a rare error. Get it graded. If you think your penny is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. So, what's the current market value of the 1976 penny? Here's a quick breakdown. Circulated 1976 pennies. 1 cent to $1 uncirculated MS65 plus pennies. $10 to $100 proof 1976 S pennies. $5 to $50 error pennies. $100 to several $1,000 extremely rare varieties. Potentially hundreds of thousands or more. So, do you have a valuable 1976 penny hiding in your collection? Check your change, go through old coin jars, and start hunting. You never know. You might just find a fortune in your pocket. We have a very special topic that has been making waves in the numismatic community. We are going to talk about the 1978 1-cent Lincoln penny and how certain rare versions of this coin have been valued at incredible prices, some even reaching figures as high as $1.6 million. Could it be that you have a hidden fortune sitting in your coin collection or pocket change? Let us dive into the history market. Value and key features that determine whether your 1978 penny is worth an unbelievable amount. First, let us go back in time to understand the origin of the 1978 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln Cent series started in 1909 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic figure like Lady Liberty. The design was done by Victor David Brenner and has remained a significant part of American coinage history for over a century. The 1978 penny was produced at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint mark on the obverse side just below the date. If there is no mint mark, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The Denver Mint coins have a small letter D, while the San Francisco Mint coins have an SNO. The big question is what makes a 1978 penny valuable. Most circulated 1978 pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent due to their high mintage. However, some rare errors and high-grade specimens can command huge prices in the collector's market. The factors that contribute to a high valuation include minting errors, rarity, and condition. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1978 penny is the double die obverse or reverse error. A double die occurs when the coin die imprints an image slightly offset during the minting process. This results in doubling effects that can often be seen in the lettering or the design elements. If you happen to have a 1978 penny with this rare doubling feature, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the visibility and condition of the error. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the minting process and the design is struck off-center. The more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin can be, especially if the date is still visible. A 1978 penny with a 50% off-center strike and a visible date could fetch a premium price at auctions. Additionally, full red Uncirculated specimens with a high grading by professional coin grading services can be worth a substantial amount. The grading scale used by PCGS or NGC ranges from poor to mint state 70 and 1978 penny in MS67 or MS68 condition with full red luster can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars due to its rarity in such pristine condition. Now let us talk about the big money, the legendary high-value sales of 1978 pennies. Some rare error coins and high-grade specimens have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, but the $1.6 million valuation comes from extremely rare mint errors such as off-metal strikes or unique experimental planchet variations. These types of errors occur when the wrong metal is used during the minting process, creating a one-of-a-kind coin. Some reports suggest that a 1978 penny struck on a silver planchet or a foreign coin blank could have sold for an astronomical price due to its extreme rarity. So how can you check if you have a valuable 1978 penny? First, examine your coin carefully under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for any doubling in the letters or design elements that could indicate a double die error. Check for off-center strikes or missing design features that could point to an error coin. If your penny has an unusual weight or color, it may be an off-metal strike, which could be extremely valuable. Finally, check its condition, and if it appears to be in an uncirculated state, consider having it professionally graded. If you believe you have a rare or valuable 1978 penny, the next step is to consult a professional coin dealer or submit your coin to a grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and evaluation. This will provide an official grade and certification which can significantly enhance its market value. In conclusion, while most 1978 Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, there are rare varieties that can fetch thousands or even over $1 million in unique cases. The key to discovering a valuable coin lies in understanding its errors, condition, and rarity. So before you spend that old penny in your change jar, take a moment to check, because you might just be holding a small fortune. We are diving into the fascinating world of the 1983 Lincoln penny. If you have ever wondered whether that old penny sitting in your drawer might be worth a fortune, you are in the right place. Believe it or not, a rare 1983 penny has sold for an astonishing $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let us explore what makes this coin so special, its history, and how you can identify valuable versions of the 1983 1-cent coin. The history of the 1983 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it has undergone several changes throughout the years. The 1983 penny is particularly interesting because of the transition in metal composition that took place just a year earlier. In 1982, the United States Mint switched from using 95% copper to a core of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This change resulted in a much lighter coin, weighing only 2.5 grams compared to the previous 3.1 grams. Why some 1983 pennies are worth a fortune. Most 1983 pennies are common and worth only their face value. However, some rare error coins have been discovered, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. One of the most famous errors is the 1983 D bronze planchet penny. This rare coin was accidentally struck on a leftover copper planchet from 1982, instead of the intended zinc core. Because of this minting mistake, the coin is much heavier than regular 1983 pennies. Another valuable variety is the 1983 double die reverse penny. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck with a misaligned or double press design, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the inscriptions or images. The 1983 double die reverse penny shows doubling on the words United States of America and E pluribus unum on the back of the coin. If you find one of these, you could be looking at a significant payday. How to identify a valuable 1983 penny. If you want to check whether your 1983 penny is worth money, follow these simple steps. First, weigh your penny. A standard 1983 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs 3.1 grams, you may have found a rare bronze planchet error. Next, examine the reverse side of the coin with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the letters, especially in the inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum. If you see clear doubling, you have a double die error. Check for mint marks. The 1983 penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The Denver Mint pennies are marked with a small D under the date, while the San Francisco Mint proofs have an S. Most valuable errors are found on Denver or Philadelphia minted coins, Current market value of the 1983 Lincoln penny. The value of a 1983 penny depends on its condition, rarity, and type of error. Regular 1983 pennies without errors are generally worth 1 cent, but if you find one in pristine condition graded MS67 or higher, it could fetch anywhere from $5 to $50. The 1983 double die reverse penny can range from $100 to over $1,000, depending on the coin's condition. The real jackpot, however, is the rare 1983 D bronze planchet penny. This unique coin was sold at auction for an unbelievable $1.5 million. This was due to its extreme rarity, historical significance, and the high demand among collectors. Only a few of these coins have been discovered, making them one of the most sought-after errors in modern numismatics. Where to sell your valuable 1983 penny? If you believe you have a rare 1983 penny, there are several ways to verify and sell it. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, ensuring its legitimacy. Auctions, coin dealers, and online marketplaces like eBay are excellent places to sell rare coins. However, be cautious and always consult an expert to get the best price for your valuable find. The 1983 Lincoln penny might seem like just another ordinary coin, but as we have seen today, some of these pennies are worth a small fortune. Whether it is a double die error or the incredibly rare bronze planchet penny, checking your pocket change could lead to an unexpected windfall. Make sure to inspect your 1983 pennies carefully, weigh them, and look for errors. Who knows? You might be holding a coin worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. We talk about rare coins, valuable collectibles, and everything you need to know to turn your pocket change into a fortune. Today, we are diving into the world of the 1987 D Lincoln penny. If you have one of these in your collection or even in your loose change, you might be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. Some of these pennies have been sold for thousands of dollars, and a rare variety is even rumored to be worth over $1 million. So, what makes the 1987 D penny so special? Stick around to find out everything about its history, errors, and the current market value. Before we get into values and rare varieties, let's take a brief look at the history of this coin. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, and it has undergone several changes throughout the years. The 1987 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark below the date. In 1987, millions of these pennies were minted, with a total production of about 4.2 billion coins. These pennies were made from a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a transition that started in 1982 when the U.S. Mint moved away from the 95% copper cents due to rising metal costs. This means that all 1987 D pennies have a zinc core with a thin copper coating, which can sometimes result in interesting mint errors that increase the coin's value. The real excitement surrounding the 1987 D Lincoln penny comes from the rare errors and die varieties that have been discovered over the years. Some of these mistakes have made these coins highly desirable among collectors and can fetch thousands or even millions of dollars. Here are some of the most valuable errors to look out for. Double die obverse, DDO. This is one of the most famous error types in numismatics. A double die occurs when the coin's design is struck twice onto the die, leading to noticeable doubling in areas such as the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's face. If you spot a 1987 D penny with clear doubling, especially in the words Liberty or In God We Trust, you could be looking at a valuable coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking, resulting in a partial design that is missing some features. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these errors can range in value from $50 to over $500. Clipped planchet. When a coin is accidentally struck on an incomplete blank, a portion of the coin appears to be missing. A clean clipped edge can make your penny worth a good amount, especially if it has clear and even edges. BIE error. This is a die break that appears as a small raised bump between the letters B and D in Liberty. It's a minor but collectible error that can add value to the coin. Wrong planchet error in rare cases. A 1987 D penny may have been mistakenly struck on a foreign coin planchet or a dime blank. These are incredibly rare and can be worth thousands of dollars depending on the weight and appearance of the coin. Now, let's talk about how much a 1987 D Lincoln penny can be worth in today's market. If your penny is a normal circulated example with no errors, it is typically worth only face value or a few cents at most. However, if it is in mint condition, it can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5 in uncirculated grades. For those who are lucky enough to find a high-grade example, such as an MS-67 or higher, prices can jump significantly. According to recent auctions, some of the highest-graded 1987 D pennies have sold for over $2,000. Certified coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC will always command higher prices due to their verified condition and authenticity. When it comes to error coins, values can skyrocket. A significant double die or an off-center strike in mint condition can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some rare varieties have even sold for over $10,000. The most exciting case is the rumored ultra-rare 1987 D Lincoln penny that is speculated to be worth $1.4 million. While no official auction record exists to confirm this sale, some collectors believe that a unique error coin from this year could fetch such an amount under the right circumstances. If you think you have a truly special 1987 D penny, it's worth getting it professionally appraised. If you want to see if your 1987 D penny is valuable, here's what you need to do. Check the condition. Coins in better condition are always worth more. Look for minimal scratches, strong details, and a shiny surface. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect for doubling, misalignments, or planchet issues. Weigh your coin. A standard 1987 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. Any deviation could indicate a rare planchet error. Get it graded. If you believe your penny is rare, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about the 1987 D Lincoln penny. While most of these pennies are only worth face value, certain rare varieties and errors can make them extremely valuable. If you have one, it's always worth taking a closer look because you never know, you might be sitting on a fortune. We are diving deep into the world of coin collecting and looking at the 1996 Lincoln penny. You might be wondering, could this penny in your pocket be worth a fortune? Some rare error pennies have been known to sell for thousands and even millions of dollars at auction. Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating history, common and rare errors, and current market value of the 1996 Lincoln penny. Make sure to watch until the end because you will not want to miss the details on how one of these coins was valued at an astonishing $1.30 million. History of the 1996 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has a long and rich history dating back to 1909 when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln. The design featured his profile on the obverse and the famous wheat ears on the reverse. In 1959, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. The 1996 penny follows this same design pattern, with the obverse showcasing Lincoln's right-facing profile and the words "In God We Trust" along the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1996 on the right. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, with the words "United States of America" at the top, "E Pluribus Unum" below, and 1 cent at the bottom. This design remained in circulation until 2008, before being replaced with the shield reverse design in 2010. Composition and mint marks. The 1996 Lincoln penny was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc, which became the standard composition after 1982. This means that the coin consists of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating making up the remaining 2.5%. These coins were produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint location by looking for the small mint mark under the date. A 1996 penny with no mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. A 1996 D penny was minted in Denver. A 1996 S penny, which is a proof coin, was minted in San Francisco. Common and rare errors in the 1996 Lincoln penny. Now let's talk about what makes some of these pennies extremely valuable. Like any other coin, errors during the minting process can make a coin highly sought after by collectors. Some of the rarest and most valuable errors in the 1996 penny include double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin's design is slightly doubled, causing visible overlapping on the letters or Lincoln's profile. A well-defined DDO can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on its condition. Off-center strike. When a coin is struck improperly and the design appears off-center, the value increases significantly. The greater the off-center percentage while still showing the full date, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some extreme off-center strikes have sold for over $1,000 broad strike error. This occurs when the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread out wider than normal. These coins can sell for anywhere between $50 and $500 depending on condition-clipped planchet. This happens when a portion of the metal sheet is accidentally cut off before the coin is struck. Collectors often pay between $50 and $300 for a well-defined clipped planchet error struck on wrong planchet. Some 1996 pennies were accidentally struck on a foreign or different denomination planchet. If you find a 1996 penny that seems lighter or heavier than normal, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Current market value of the 1996 Lincoln penny. Most 1996 pennies found in circulation are only worth face value due to the high mintage numbers. However, uncirculated and rare error coins can be worth significantly more. Here is a breakdown of the current market values. A regular 1996 penny in circulated condition is worth 1 cent. An uncirculated 1996 penny with no mint mark or AD mint mark can sell for around $1 to $5 depending on grade A. Proof 1996 S penny, especially in perfect condition, can fetch $10 to $30. A 1996 penny with a common mint error like a minor off-center strike or small doubling can be valued between $50 and $500. Extremely rare errors, like a double die obverse or an off-metal strike, can command prices from $1,000 to $10,000. The highest known auction record for a 1996 penny is an astonishing $1.3 million. This unique penny featured a major minting error combined with an extremely high grade, making it one of the most sought-after modern pennies in history. How to identify and sell your valuable 1996 penny. If you think you have a valuable 1996 Lincoln penny, here are some steps to follow. Examine the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for doubling, off-center strikes, or any other abnormalities. Check the weight. A normal 1996 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs significantly more or less, it could be an error coin. Compare with online listings. Look at completed sales on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions to see if your coin matches known valuable examples. Get your coin graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and give it an official grade, which increases its market value. Sell at the right place. Consider selling through reputable auction houses, coin dealers, or online platforms too. Get the best price for your rare penny. The 1996 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but certain rare errors and high-quality examples can be worth a fortune. While most of these pennies are only worth their face value, some collectors have been lucky enough to find error coins that sell for thousands or even millions of dollars. So, the next time you go through your spare change, keep an eye out for that special penny. You never know. You might just be holding a coin worth $1.3 million. We are diving into the fascinating world of the 2013 1-cent Lincoln penny. This small copper-plated zinc coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but some rare varieties have shocked collectors by selling for thousands or even over $1 million. In this video, we will explore the history of the 2013 penny, key errors and varieties that can make it highly valuable, and the current market value of this coin. If you have a 2013 penny, you might be holding onto a fortune. So, stick around and let's get started. History of the 2013 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. Over the years, the design has evolved. In 1959, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2010, a new reverse design was introduced, featuring the Union Shield to symbolize national unity. The 2013 Lincoln penny continues this design tradition, bearing the Union Shield on the reverse and Lincoln's profile on the obverse. It was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia and Denver produced circulation coins, while San Francisco minted proof coins for collectors. The composition remains 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a standard that has been in place since 1982. Rare and valuable 2013 Lincoln pennies. Not all 2013 pennies are equal. Some rare varieties and error coins can command impressive prices in the numismatic market. Let's take a look at the most sought-after 2013 Lincoln pennies. Double die errors. Some 2013 pennies exhibit doubling in the inscriptions or Lincoln's portrait due to a striking error during the minting process. These double die varieties can be worth anywhere from $50 to over $1,000, depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling. Off-center strikes. Pennies that are struck off-center, meaning the design is not properly aligned with the planchet, can fetch high prices among collectors. A minor off-center strike may bring $10 to $50, but a major off-center error can be worth hundreds. Wrong planchet errors. Occasionally, a penny is struck on a planchet meant for a different coin, such as a dime. If you find a 2013 penny that is the wrong color or weight, it could be a rare minting error worth thousands of dollars. Copper transitional error. While 2013 pennies were supposed to be made from zinc, a few were mistakenly struck on copper planchets. These rare transitional error pennies are worth significant amounts, sometimes exceeding $50,000. High-grade specimens. Even a normal 2013 penny can be valuable if it is in pristine condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can sell for $100 to $500. Depending on demand point, one of the most astonishing stories in the numismatic world is a 2013 penny that reportedly sold for $1.2 million at auction. This specific penny was an ultra-rare mint error that had a unique die clash and was struck on an experimental planchet. Experts believe that its extreme rarity and historical significance contributed to its high value. While not every 2013 penny will reach this level, it proves that rare coins can fetch unbelievable prices in the right market. Current market value of 2013 Lincoln pennies. The everyday 2013 penny in circulated condition is only worth face value. However, if you have an uncirculated or error variety, the value can increase dramatically. Here's a general price guide for 2013 pennies. Ultra-rare experimental planchet error. Potentially over $1 million. How to identify and sell valuable 2013 pennies. If you think you have a rare or valuable 2013 penny, here are some steps to verify and sell it. Examine the coin carefully. Look for doubling, errors, or unusual characteristics. Weigh the coin. A normal 2013 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly heavier, it could be a rare copper error. Get the coin graded. Send your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Research recent sales. Check auction sites and coin dealer listings to get an idea of what similar coins are selling for. Sell through a reputable platform. Consider selling through auction houses, coin dealers, or online marketplaces such as eBay and Heritage Auctions. The 2013 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but hidden among them are rare errors and varieties that can be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $1 million. If you have a 2013 penny, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries. Happy hunting!